So yeah, I'm making an impromptu video. Sat in the car on the school run, talking about lots of kids. I haven't got lots of kids, but a man that has is Jacob Rees-Mogg. I've recently watched the Meet the Rees-Moggs reality show, and I'm not a big fan of reality shows, but I thought I'd put it on. I thought, go on, what's it like? And I quite enjoyed it. Look, it's quite devoid of politics. It is interesting because it's a warts and all depiction of what happened when he lost his parliamentary seat early on this year. They did this documentary, then called an election, then he lost his seat. So bad timing, really bad timing. What does come out of it? Quite a charming chap he is. Whatever you think of his politics. My wife is on. It's a bit of a lefty actually, and she actually said, "What a nice chap he comes across being," and I totally agree. Whatever you think of his politics, he does. He's a man of impeccable manners. Yes, he also wears a suit. He actually seen without a jacket on, and that yeah, on the TV interview, he says that's as racy as the show gets. He's not the big star of the show. It's his wife. His wife comes across as a really the big boot behind the successful man. Yeah, she comes across as a real. She's the star of the show. His kids are utterly charming. I enjoyed it. I thought, what a strange concept. It's on Discovery Plus. What a strange concept for a TV show. And watched it out of curiosity. I ended up watching it all over a couple of nights and really enjoyed it. Look, it is extremely rich. It is partly how the other half live. But there's real odd moments. Every Saturday night, they have a black tie dinner. And he has this most vulgar velvet green dinner jacket. But the food they're eating were really simple. They're having gammon and mashed potato. So even though there's this like huge amount of wealth with private schools and horses and so, and a lot of the money he's made himself through the stock market, they generally live fairly simple lives. And yes, his nanny's in it their nanny's in it, who was his nanny. He says she predates me and the family. The kids who stars of the shows are really funny kids in a nice way, really charming, and quite a charming family. They have two homes, big home near Westminster in London, and a huge mansion in the country. So it is nice to see how the other half live, and they do have a couple of housekeepers and a cook and a caretaker. So yeah, it is a peek behind the curtain that some very wealthy people. But whilst they're wealthy, they come across as being extremely well mannered and polite and civil. So yeah. It is, as I said, it is quite devoid of politics. So if you don't agree with him, just say that. Don't watch it. If you don't like Jacob Rees-Mogg, don't watch it. But if you are curious about how the other half live, watch it and you might enjoy it. I really did. I thought it was funny. They go on holiday. Jacob abroad is quite an unsettling act. In a cream coloured suit. It is quite a funny show. It did make me laugh, and some of the eccentricities about the family, but it's all fairly harmless. For some reason, Discovery Plus have it as an 18 plus. I really don't know why. There's absolutely no bad language, nudity. There's one swear word, and that's a written swear word. Somebody defaces a political sign his mother has up for the election. Vote Rees-Mogg, and somebody writes Tory something across it. But if you're interested in politics, definitely watch it because it shows what happens behind the scenes on election night with election agents and how votes are counted. So it is quite interesting. But it is, quite good fun. It was on a TV show. I saw an excerpt from, I think it was Good Morning Britain, when they had him on. They said, what about series 2? And he says, let's get series 1 out of the way first. So whether there will be another series, I think there could be. I'd like to meet more of the Rees-Moggs. It was really easy watching it. As I say, I don't really go in for reality TV, but this was such an odd concept, a really odd concept. But as a family, they come across very nicely, very polite, and yes, a man who wears a suit with a shirt and tie around the house all the time, and likes his boxer shorts ironed. So it is very eccentric, but as I said, live quite a simple life, and you expect them to be on caviar and stuff. No, far from it. Yeah, like some black tie dinner, and there's some celebrity name dropping. Boris and Carrie, political people. I think Boris Johnson's dad turns up for dinner one night, Stanley. So if you really dislike Jacob Rees-Mogg, it probably will wind you up, this show, if you think he's some toff. He is, but he's not ashamed of it. To me, he seems quite authentic, and he does come across as being very polite. Yeah, when people shout abuse at him, he goes, "Thank you very much." People shout, "You Tory." He goes, "Thank you very much." So he's a man of impeccable politeness, extremely eccentric, but unashamedly so. And I think we need more. I think we need more characters like that in society. It makes, if everybody was the same, it'd be a very, 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 very dull place. So yeah, he has all the vintage cars, a vintage car. Drives around in a Jag. I wonder what you think about the new Jaguar design and rebrand. Probably not much. Likes cricket. It's the family of cricket mad. So yeah, he actually mentions the Kardashians, but I don't think he actually knows. He's heard of them, but he admits, "I'm not quite sure. I don't know who they are actually." So he's wonderfully detached from a lot of things in society, which makes it such an unusual and unique concept for a program. So if you want something easy to watch, if you have Discovery Plus at home, Meet the Rees-Moggs, it's called. It's harmless enough viewing. It's like 4 or 5 episodes. But as I said a couple of times in this video, they don't try and ram politics. It doesn't really give his political view in it. It's just him bumbling around doing his job. He likes Greggs. When he was in his constituency office, every lunchtime he went to Greggs, had a ham and cheese baguette, and he says, "What I really went for is a chocolate eclair," because he has a notoriously sweet tooth, and I think he wanted to say on TV his favourite food was cream eggs, but only in the right part of the year. He has a chapel on the estate. He's a deeply religious man. Jake, who's a Roman Catholic. And yes, he has a chapel on site. And it is the most very bizarre, eccentric life, but the family comes across as very polite, very engaging, and very friendly. So might not be a cup of tea. I enjoyed it, so I thought I would give my word on it. And I've got to pick my less than 6 children. He has 6 children. They wouldn't all fit in this car if I had 6, so I better go and pick the one I have up from school. Thanks for watching, and see you later.